Hello. It is just gone 7 p.m. Sorry, a little bit late, just talking pre-show. Welcome to the Synth Network Live Show, episode 298. We are almost we're almost at Christmas. We're almost at the end of the year, and we're almost at episode 300. I don't have any celebrations planned, and I've just realised yet again I haven't had a shave before the show, so I apologise for my hirsute misdemeanour. Anyway, welcome to the show, and we've got some stuff to talk about, which is always good. We've got some people to talk about it with, this is the last show before Christmas. And so I'm actually going to make an executive decision right now. There will not be a show next week on Boxing Day, because it's Boxing Day, and I think we all could do with some time away from the internet and away from watching old men rant about synths, and I could do with a break, to be honest. So we're not going to have a show next week. There you go, executive decision made. Everyone can have the night off, so enjoy the break, but we will be back with full force. I'm hoping maybe January 2nd, because that's the next one, and we'll have all got over our hangovers even. This will be the last show of the year. So we will, hopefully, what I'll do is I'll set some homework, and we maybe will do our awards on January 2nd, so we can have a couple of weeks to think about what were the best things that we discussed and talked about over the year. And also look forward and maybe make some predictions. I think we made some predictions last year. I'll have to dig those out. Anyway, what I might do, and I'm kind of making this up in my head as I'm going along, but I did think about this earlier. I thought I might do a supercut of all the Synthspirations, every single one, back to back, stitch them all together, throw that up as a show to play on Boxing Day. So if you really did miss sitting in front of your computer or your mobile device and watching members of our community talk about electronic music and synthesizers, then maybe that will fill the gap. So if I feel like doing that, I'll do that. But there we go. That's what we'll do. Anyway, let's concentrate on the now, because it is the 19th of December. Santa's sack is getting full. And we've got some news to talk about. We've got some announcements to make. And it's hopefully I always worry that we won't fill the 2 hours on a slow news week, but we then generally end up going over. So I'm not too worried about it this time. Anyway, let's see how we do. Before we do anything else, let's get all of this stuff out of the way. First of all, if you haven't already and you're enjoying the show, give us a thumbs up, click the like button. That would be fantastic, particularly when you're watching the show live. Apparently that makes some kind of difference. So if you could click like, that would be fantastic. But of course, if you're watching on catch up, just click like now, and that would be great. If you want to make a comment during the show, please feel free. You can do that on YouTube, you can do that on Facebook, and you can do that on Twitch, the three platforms that we broadcast over. You can comment on the show live, ask your questions, make your voices heard, your opinions known. And if we feel that they're worthy of being thrown on screen, we'll do that. If you have any comment or question, then please do preface it with a Q. So if you want to get our attention, that's the way to do it. We might not always respond, but it helps. So put a big capital Q in front of your question. That would be most helpful indeed. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel, because that really does help us, and I've noticed our subscribers have taken a healthy upturn, so thank you to everyone that's subscribed. And if you're watching and you're a recent subscriber, welcome, and I hope we haven't put you off just yet, unlike the person who left a comment on one of our short videos, which was just silly. But who knows, we politely responded, and hopefully that will just diffuse the situation. Anyway, enough of that. If you want to support the show, because we are community based, we don't do this for profit of any kind. That would be funny if we made money out of doing this. But we do require money to run the show, because it's a 4-figure sum to run this every year, and to do the things that we do for the show itself. So we don't ask you to do this mandatorily. Mandatorily, is that a word? You know what I mean. We don't mandate it, but if you could, it'd be fantastic. And there are ways to do that, and we give back. Apart from the warm fuzzy feeling that you get, you also get free stuff. So if you go to our Patreon page, which is prosynthnetwork.com/Patreon, you can subscribe to that Patreon page for a minimum of $2 a month, and you can get access to a ton of free stuff, some of which is brand new, and I'll tell you about that in just a moment. But you get patches for your synthesizers, you get exclusive video content, you get loads of stuff, you get decent sampler instruments courtesy of Custom Sonics and others besides. It's a veritable trove of goodies. So for a minimum of $2 a month, you get all of that stuff, which in the shops would probably cost you quite a bit more. So there you go. You can have that. You can also support us through our merchandise. Of course, I think most of us are wearing something today that has come from the merch store. So you can get your own T-shirts, your own sweatshirts and hoodies and jumpers and bottles and placemats and all that kind of stuff. Bikinis as well, all emblazoned with our logo. And we are able to get a few pennies for each sale that comes through there. And you get to, be the height of fashion wherever you might go with your ProSynth Network clothing and attire. I forgot to mention YouTube channel. I always seem to forget that. YouTube channel membership is another option as well. Against $2 a month, you get everything that you get on Patreon. So you just choose whichever suits you best. Patreon, I think we get a little bit more of the $2 because Patreon don't take as much as YouTube do. But it's entirely up to you, whichever you feel comfortable with. And you don't have to do it regularly. You can maybe do 2 or 3 months and then stop. It's entirely up to you. It's your choice, but every penny is greatly appreciated and goes towards keeping this pile of crap on air. Simple as that. If you want to discuss things outside of the show, in between shows, or during other shows, you can go and do that over at our Discord page, prosynthnetwork.com/Discord. You can sign up to that Discord server and interact with other ProSynth Network viewers and community members all over there. So there's lots of channels to discuss various things. I know a bunch of you are already doing that, so thank you. So if you want to do that Discord thing, you can. We are also across most of the socials, although we're mostly active on Facebook, not so much on the others, but the handle on all of those is @ProSynth Network. So if you want to use that to get in touch with us, you can. And I believe that is all of the housekeeping done and dusted. Now, I did mention that we have got some new content over at our Patreon page that literally went up about 2 hours ago. And this is it here. Let me just throw this onto the screen. Add to the stage. There it is. And that is a brand new set of presets, courtesy of Mr. Andrew Longhurst, who was one of the programmers of the factory presets for Mercury 8. He's held some over back for us, or maybe created them a little bit after the fact, but they are there and they are for you free of charge if you are a Patreon subscriber or a YouTube channel member. So all you got to do is go to our Patreon page, and once you're subscribed, you can download the zip file here, and all you got to do is you take that zip file, you drag it over the interface of Mercury 8, you let go, and they magically install, and it's done for you. It's fantastic. And you can download those also if you are a YouTube channel member. Just go to the posts tab and find those there, exactly the same. You can download the zip file and install them on your Mercury 8 and have fun over Christmas with those lovely, lovely sounds. So there you go. I've got something else to put up, and I'll probably put that up between now and New Year. It's another freebie. It's a decent sampler instrument. It's quite an interesting one this time, but I'll put that up over the Christmas period. So thank you to Custom Sonics for sending that one in. Always appreciate your input, Ger. So there we go. I think now is time for me to have a sip of water whilst we introduce the rest of the panel. Not looking so much as I don't know what he looked like yesterday when I saw him with his new haircut, but he looks decidedly different again.
I'm wearing my Japanese anime heartthrob wig.
Is that what it is?
Yes, so konnichiwa, I'm just...
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you care to explain?
Well, I tell you what was funny. I had a customer come to the door to drop off an OBXA today, and I forgot I had it on.
Oh,
so, yeah, that was interesting. So, my other one is a glam rock one. You know,
yes.
Long and with the spikes on the front.
Yeah.
But it's cumbersome when you're wearing the headphones. So,
okay.
So I'm effectively bald at the moment.
Yeah, because Fiona had a field day.
Well, Fiona forgot to put the grade on the clippers.
So she went and looked
and by the time she noticed, all I heard was a set of expletives, and then a huge lump of hair fell onto the iPad on my lap. And I looked round, and she was like, oops. So, yeah. So she had to do it all over. So, there you go.
Well, good to see you, and resplendent in your Christmas jumper.
Of course. I tell you what, they're lovely and warm. You've got to get these. These are really warm, but very, very light.
They don't do it in my size.
Oh.
So, and I'm not a jumper. I don't like wearing jumpers. They make me itchy. Hoodies fine, but jumpers, woolen jumpers, make me itchy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I even get itchy. I feel itchy looking at a woolen jumper. I don't have to be wearing it. I just feel it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm feeling itchy right now.
The sheep are safe tonight.
Anyway, good to see you, and on time as always. We mentioned him earlier because he created a whole bunch of presets for us. Let's mention him again. Why don't we? Mr. Andrew Longhurst in your Cherry Audio T-shirt. Excuse me, whose side are you on?
Well, yeah, the Cherry Audio thing. I was looking for my shirts, and they were both in the wash. So this is what came out. I could put my top on if you like.
No, you're all right. That's fine. We like Cherry Audio. That's fine. That's cool.
There we go.
There's a connection. There's always a connection between us and them.
Always a connection. Always.
How have you been?
So, I've been all right, but I am concerned about next week. I just wanted to know: will Kent and Peter and I be getting holiday pay?
Yeah, you get triple.
Sorry.
Triple of nothing is nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, as long as it's triple.
Yeah, it's triple.
As long as it's triple. So yeah, it's been fun this week. I've been not doing all the things I should have done, and I suddenly thought, shit, I said I'd do a small bank, so I had some left over. And also Doobs, Donald Dubay, who's in the chat, Doobs, whatever his moniker is, he got in touch. There we go, Doobs 5655. He got in touch and said, I want a sound for the Mercury that's like the Isley Brothers intro to a particular song. So I just said, yeah, all right, I'll do it. And it's funny when someone gives you something to do, to design, it's really easy. Takes no time at all. When you're coming up with stuff from scratch, completely different game. So if anyone wants some stuff just designing, just ask over Christmas. I'll throw a few together.
There you go. Fantastic.
There we go.
Good to see you in your Cherry Audio shirt. You may well have heard another voice in the background. Scott's not with us this week, unfortunately. Scott was going to be with us, and then a couple of hours ago he remembered a family engagement, a certain member of his family's 60th birthday party, no less. And so he's going there, and I don't blame him. I would, if I could get up there quick enough. Jason might be joining us a little bit later. He's kind of on taxi duties with his young ones. So, but we are joined by another member of the ProSynth Network clan. He who helps do and organise some of the outdoor events that we do. So, for example, he helps us get a table at Bristronica. He's also setting us up to do our own show next year, which is why he's here, because he's got an announcement to make. It's Peter James Stephen, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
In your Synth Southwest gear as well.
Yeah, well, of course, it's got to be broadcast and showed. Wrong way round. There you go.
We will, yes, we will hopefully have some of these things for sale.
at
the show. But you've got a bit of an announcement.
We have. Well, I did promise everybody we'd have tickets available very shortly, so we now have. So we've partnered with Ticket Source. There you go. But I've done a nice link from the Synth Southwest website, so it's very easy to get to.
Yes.
Just to let you know, we're supporting 3 charities. The first one is the Strand Centre in Dawlish, which is hosting our expo. So we've obviously got to keep them happy. Yes. And then we're going to help Dina out with the Alan R. Perlman Foundation, and also Michelle with the Bob Moog Foundation. So we're going to a third of all the profits are going to go between those 3. Yeah. So that's all good. So the ticket pricing, we've kept it as low as we can. So it's £10 per event. But if you want to do both events, we'll give you a bit of discount, £2, so you can get them for 18.
There you go.
So there you go. And the tickets are now live, so you can fill your boots. Christmas presents, there you go. It's all ready to go.
There's going to be a bunch of developers, manufacturers, enthusiasts during the day at the expo between 10 and 5. Hopefully there'll be some music throughout.
We've got a live little stage set up as well. Yeah,
something like that. And then we're going to have this concert at the Shaftesbury Theatre, which is, I'm told, because I've never been to Dawlish, I'm told is just across the road.
It's very quaint.
In fact, my Airbnb is very close to that. So
that was the other thing I was going to mention. On the website, I've actually put a link to booking.com with all the accommodation. There's loads available. You've got Dawlish Warren just down the way, which you can walk along the seafront and straight in. So, fill your boots. And if you only want to come for the day, the trains run quite late at night. And there's direct links from Bristol, London, Birmingham. And it's a lovely train ride. I would recommend that. Yeah, but there's a car park right next to it, £5 for 24 hours, so can't really go wrong.
Peter, when you said you were supporting the Alan R. Perman Foundation,
yes,
I was looking at the poster, which has that wonderful locomotive on it, and I thought you were going to say LNER.
Well, I had to get the diesel Deltic on there.
Yeah,
most of us are train spotters, aren't we? Come on,
come on, get that number down. Go on.
Anybody apart from you, Peter, can name tell us what that engine is on the poster? Anyone? Anyone?
It's a train one.
It's from the 60s.
It's the best diesel engine that was ever made.
I've got a sample of it somewhere. I must put that on the Patreon.
It's a Deltic. It's a Class 55
English
Deltic.
Electric.
I was going to say a Class 55, but
it's one of those engines. As a former train spotter,
there's no such thing as former.
Well, yes.
I'm
true.
more steam. I'm more a King George V. I think.
It's got to be diesel. But yeah, that's what that is. And of course, So there you go. Thank you, Peter. Thanks for sorting all of that out.
We've also got a promotional video which we've put together.
Yeah.
Neil, our videographer, who's actually going to film the event, and we're not going to stream it live, but we will be putting it on the channel, afterwards. So we've got a video coming out hopefully next week, so we'll stick that on our channel, and then it just gives you a general idea what Dawlish is all about and where to stay, and it's very compact, so it's perfect.
And so there's the link.
There you go.
synthsouthwest.com. It's easy to remember. Of course, you go to prosynthnetwork.com, you'll find a link to it from there as well. Please, we'd love you to come along. This is the first time we've ever tried doing anything like this.
We do to everybody else's, but
so we thought we'll give it a go. We'll announce people who are coming to the day, sort of displaying on the daytime event a little bit later on, and we'll also announce the lineup. But let's just say the lineup is now complete, and we've got some pretty incredible people playing, and people you will, I'm sure, know and love. So we'll announce the lineup and the running order and what have you. But we've got it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So please do, if you can make it along, buy a ticket and come down. Now, I did see a question in here from Droigon. Says, if I get a ticket but don't go, does it take space from someone that could enjoy the event?
It does, but get in touch and we can sell it on. Not a problem.
Yeah, we can sort that out.
Don't. And what's the timings on the day? So what's the opening time and then
10 till 5 on the day for the expo, and then 7 till 10:30 for the evening.
Cool.
So you got a couple of hours to have some dinner in between.
Plenty of places for dinners.
Yeah.
Plenty of chippies.
Fish and chips, of course. Got to have fish and chips.
Yeah.
But yes, we'll be doing that. There you go. Thank you, Peter, for that.
No problem.
Now, Peter, I've just obscured your face there. Let's bring you back in.
Yay, Peter!
Yeah, well done. Thanks for that. Thanks for
right.
sorting that out.
Oh,
and we're going to let you go now because you've got a party to go to.
I've got a small, large gin and tonic waiting for me.
Yeah, everyone's got something to go to.
Well, it's our 25th wedding anniversary on Tuesday.
Well, congratulations.
So thank you.
I think that deserves one of
there you
these.
are. So we're going to go in there. Got a couple of friends around. So we'll see you soon on the road. The next one is Synth East.
Synth East in February. We're all sorted out for that. We've got our table. We've got the table we asked for,
good.
which is good. So we're going to be. Still haven't decided what we're going to be bringing.
No,
I've got some ideas.
About that.
I've got some ideas. But we'll see where
we've
we go.
We've got a busy schedule next year. We've got
March
we've
for our show, and then we've got Super Booth in May.
Booth. Yeah. Then we've got Synthesized.
And then
Synthesized
in Cambridge is back. Yeah.
So, and then we'll probably be walking around Synth Fest as well.
And
And
then Synth
we've got
Fest,
another table organised already for Bristronica. I've been talking to Marco. I did actually
Brilliant.
invite Marco down to our show, but he's going to be busy. But he's going to send a couple of his lads down, so
Cool.
it's going to be good.
Excellent stuff.
Right, I'm going to say
Busy,
bye.
busy year.
So happy Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, happy
Bye,
Christmas.
Pierre.
Take care, mate.
Love to the
Cheery
missus.
bee. Yeah, cheers.
Happy
See you later.
anniversary. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Dear mate.
There we go. Peter, James, Stephen, everyone, thank you very much. And yeah, please do, if you can make it down to Dawlish on the 21st of March, we would love to see you. AD Vision says, looks like you're on a mobile. No, you're on a mobile. No, what it is, we have two streams now, and the stream you're watching has got, in brackets at the end of it, vertical version, and then a little picture of a mobile phone. Go back to the YouTube page and click on the other one, and that gets you the regular thing. We're doing this kind of split stream now, so we do one vertical, one horizontal. It seems people seem to enjoy it. If there was only a handful of people watching the vertical one, I'd kill it. But we're getting a few hundred, so we're going to keep it there. Somebody wants to know, is that Janet Street Porter sitting in your studio, Ken?
Oh, yeah, that's kind Do you know what?
Remember Pamela
You know what, Robbie?
Stevens?
You're right. This thing is itchy. It's coming off.
Take it off, yeah.
Goodbye.
What else have we got here?
Oh,
we've
my
got,
Lord.
I know. It's like,
Hang on. What?
yeah.
Yeah.
Fifi.
When I woke up this morning, the
Or
back of my
Fufu.
head stuck to the headboard like Velcro.
Look at that.
It's so short. Look,
It goes from one extreme to the other.
yeah. I'm going to start a ska band.
Tanith has been a member for 7 months.
Good lord.
Hooray.
Well done. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
Jimmy's.
Take a drink. And Andrew has
son
made
of a-
his holiday contribution, £2.98. Thank you very much indeed. There we go. That's all of that lot out of the way. Let's see if we've got anything else. Oh, need to say a big thank you, of course, to our resident moderator, Steve Elbows, who's doing a fine job of posting links of things that we're talking about and keeping you horrible lot in line. Not that you need it, but
Nah.
yeah, you're all there. Thank you, Steve, for your dedication and your dedication. Just thank you for that. That's all you need, apparently, because if you want to beat the rest, you got to be the best. Dedication's what you need if you want to be a record breaker. Yeah. Sorry, that's one for the oldies.
What the? Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
I
Roy
was old
Castle.
when I first time heard it.
Muffin the Mule.
That's
Yeah, we
illegal
all like
now.
muffin the meal. Anyway, let's
Totally
move on.
illegal.
Should we do some news? Let's do. There has been some stuff happening in the world.
There
of
has?
music anyway. Yeah.
Pray tell what, Robbie?
By the way, if the Epstein files drop during the show, we might cut across to them and have a quick read, have a nosy. Not that I think they will, but there you go.
They'll be so reducted, mate. It'll just say Epstein files and nothing underneath
It'll be
it.
black, 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 black.
Yeah, just
Anyway.
lots of
Oh,
black
also,
marker.
I need to put this picture up. This is, you know, James from the chat.
We do.
Yeah.
There he is,
Yeah.
wearing a Robbie t-shirt. He's the only other person, apart from me, I think, that owns one of those. Ding Dong DX7. There you go.
Dig
Good lord.
dog.
I
And
say.
apparently, it was quite a protracted affair to get this to him. I think Probes helped with the logistics of getting that t-shirt. So I'm glad he's got it, and I'm glad he sent the picture in. And there you go. Somebody else has got one of my t-shirts. Thank you very much indeed to James for that, and to Probes for facilitating it. Thank you very much, Nick, for gifting a ProSynth Network membership to someone. I hope somebody has availed themselves of that, and I hope you enjoy it. So thank you.
He does
very
that a
much.
lot, doesn't he, Nick?
does,
Thank
yeah.
you, Nick.
He
You're
does
a
indeed.
very generous
He's a nice man,
young Nicholas.
He's a very nice
Yeah.
man.
Very nice man. Very nice
Indeed.
man.
Yeah. Probes has just confirmed that he bought it and shipped it to James.
Excellent.
So there you go. Well done. Thank you very much. That's community. That's community. That's what we're
Yeah,
all
it is.
about, you see.
Yeah, man.
Right, let's talk about some stuff that happened since last Friday. And this is actually, you know, I got very excited about this. I like this. This is new from Arturia. There we go. I'm not even muted. Look at that. It's fantastic. This is Pigments or Piglets or whatever you want to call it. It is available now. Pigments 7, no less. It's not even been a year since Pigment 6 came out. So this is quite a rapid update. It's not a massive one. It's got a few new things. The first of which you probably saw there, which was this new front end, which is the play screen. So they've kind of gone down the route of Analog Lab, the performance page on Analog Lab, where you've just got some key controls at the bottom, and then you've got some really rapid, changeable controls in the right hand corner there. The way these work over here is that you just click and hold and then drag, so the circle fills up or shrinks down depending on which way you drag, so you increase or decrease those things. It's very quick and very intuitive. And you get this lovely animated background, which you can turn off if you don't like that. But yeah, this is one of the updates. So you get this new really redesigned play screen. But then inside of Piglets, you've also got some new filters. So there's this rage filter. Let's bring the information up there. So you've got a rage filter, there's a reverb filter, and I can't remember the name of the other one, but there's 3 new filters in there. And a few new other bits here and there, a few little redesigns, and a whole host of performance and workflow improvements across the range, or across the synth. It's one of those amazing kind of Swiss Army knife, especially if you're looking, you're designing your own sounds. It's an incredible synthesizer. And if you already own Pigments, it will cost you absolutely nothing to update it, because if you bought Pigments at any point, whether it's version 1 or version 6 or any of the ones in between, every update is always free. And right now you can get Pigments for just €99 or $99, which is half price, until I think it's the first week in January or something like that. So if you've been debating whether to get on board with Pigments, then now is probably the time to do so. It's such an incredible synthesizer. Now, I'm going to come to Mr. Spong, because he said he was going to buy it. Did you buy it yet?
I bought it. It's actually sitting on the Slate Raven in front of me in the list of downloads. So,
but you've not downloaded
finally.
it.
Well, it's waiting. It's queued.
So I can't ask your opinion. What's
very
your name?
cute.
Ben Simpson?
Well, it turned out that like yesterday, remember I was downloading that update for Labs, wasn't it?
Yes.
And after 3 hours, it still hadn't really come down. This morning I checked the internet and I'm getting 1.5 meg on my gigabit internet. So after a lot of cable pulling and resetting all over the house, eventually it did come back. So the downloading has progressed now.
Yes.
So I was hoping it would be down before the show and I could have a crack at it before a week, but no. There's a dirty great big library, right? I can't stop this library, because if you stop it, it deletes everything that you've downloaded, and it's 298 gig and it's on 95%. So.
Oh, that's close. You don't want to mess that up.
Yeah, I don't fancy doing that again.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So with regards to the offer, apparently you can. Babs was just saying that she got an offer for $49.
Yeah.
So I think it's based on what you own across the Arturia range. It will also help get your price down. But once you're on, that's it. You're on. It's a free update every time, and I don't see why they would ever change that. But
I was surprised I didn't own it.
Yeah. Well,
I thought I did.
It's never been part of the V collection, which I think a lot of people are surprised by. There is one downside to this, and that is that you cannot use the new presets or anything that uses the new features within Astrolab. So Astrolab only supports Pigment 6 at the moment. There will be a firmware update to Astrolab to bring it into line. But I've got to say, Astrolab's been out for 18 months now, and they've played catch up with V Collection. I'm a little disappointed and somewhat surprised that they haven't caught up getting Pigments
Or do it the other way around.
Or you're getting Astrolabe,
Yeah.
ready for Pigment 7. So I don't know. It's it'll happen. It'll happen soon, I'm sure. But that was for me. That was the only downside. But can't complain when it's a free update. Have you played with this at all, Andrew?
Not really. This is not a an environment, a workspace that I've played around with. I used to have the original, but going back a long ways. But I've not used this for a billion years now. So I'm just wondering if it's a choice between this or Absinthe or Zebra 3 or even Omnisphere. Do I need a fourth one of these things doing this? Yeah, I'm just really interested. So I'd really like to hear from you, Robbie, why I should be considering this along with those, because it does. I mean, it looks really interesting, and the pricing, as you say, is just madly good now. So what should I be? Why should I be considering this along with the others?
To which I say, why not? I know. I mean, there's no reason for one or the other. I mean, Absinthe, I think, is more out there, quite a way out there. You can do some really weird and wonderful stuff with Absinthe. Falcon, UVI's Falcon, which is a very Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
that again has a more traditional feel to it, but it has got some really useful things in there and a massive amount of library content. Pigments, I think, is somewhere in between the two, because it can do wild and crazy stuff, but it can also do some really solid things as well. And I don't know. I mean, you take your choice and go with it. There are demo versions of all of these, so you can try these out and see if the UI works for you. Because the thing I love about Pigments is it's a very visual user interface. You can see what your actions are doing to the sound through visual indications. And for me, I'm a very visual person. I respond to that. So that's what I like about Pigments.
I suppose, because I am a big fan, as you know, of Astrolabe, although I don't have one yet. It's something which I just see that as being such a good way of doing live performance. So once this becomes part of that, but even with 6, which you can still get, I'm assuming, then or can you not?
No. I think I don't think you can retrospectively buy the old version unless you've already got the old version. But
I like that idea that you suddenly got something which is a performance keyboard which has everything on board, because that was a big thing which you mentioned when the Astrolabe came out. It's a shame it doesn't support Pigments. Then it did. So, I mean, that
still supports Pigments. It just only supports the patches that don't use the new things from
the
Pigments.
Okay, so if you've got,
when you go into Analog Lab and you identify all the Pigments presets, those that are Pigment 7 specific will be greyed out with a little warning sign next to them.
Well, that's not too bad.
No.
Then I mean that's so it is. They do have a solution. It's just it's not yet recognising the new features and the new what's not to like, really.
I know. And once you're on board, say it doesn't cost you anything at all. So
I think it might be time to invest. Yeah, God, here we go again. I'm trying to not spend money on more Synths.
Well, do it now because it's half price.
Yeah, that's a really good price.
Or check your Arturia account, and if you own anything, you might get an even bigger discount. So do check those for sure.
I own this house. Does that count?
Yeah, you could do that. I'm sure you could remortgage for 100 quid or something. It is, and it's a great MPE synth as well, as Steve often points out. It does work brilliantly with MPE. You can just do some amazing things with it. It's a very, very versatile synth, and if Arturia only ever made that synth, they'd still be making money and selling a lot of.
I think this is one of the reasons that I've got it now. Along with Zebra 3, because I want to get more use out of the Rolly. What's the point in learning how to use one and then have just restricted amount of sounds I can use?
That's true.
I'm going to open that out a bit,
Yeah. Indeed. There you go. So that is Pigments. I keep wanting to say Piglets.
Or Pygmies.
Well, say Piglets.
Or Pygmies, yeah.
Piglets in blankets.
Piglets, yeah. Anyway, yeah, pigs in blankets. Having some of those next week. Yeah,
Don't
so
say
there
that
you
in
go.
front of the dogs.
Arturia's Pigment 7 is out now. You can go to arturia.com to learn more about that, and also download a demo version and check out what discounts you get. If you want to go to that website, I'm sure the link has been posted in the chat, but you can also do that and click that QR code that's in the top corner there. Click on that, or take a picture, whatever you kids do with QR codes these days. And that will send you to the Arturia website, where you can learn more about that.
My wife got a new. We got a new air fryer, and for the first time ever, it came with a QR code. Didn't have a manual, and she scanned it with her phone. I can't tell you. This is like, I don't know, Isaac Newton suddenly coming into the 21st century and discovering QR codes. My wife doesn't like technology, but she scanned it and she's got it working. And I'm looking at her going, "Are you my wife? Are you my wife?" Just brilliant.
Yeah, they're good things, though, air fryers. My missus loves hers. Absolutely loves it. She got so excited when she bought it. Oh, God. Everything got air fried for the next few weeks. Everything.
Yeah.
So now we know exactly what works and what doesn't when it comes to. Yeah, it's very good. Anyway, we're not the Air Fryer Show, we're the ProSynth Network Show, so let's move away from those.
Let's move on.
There you go. Click the QR code quickly, because I'll take it off screen in a few seconds. That's where you can go and check out Arturia's Pigment 7. None of these codes, by the way, take you anywhere other than the websites. There's no linkage, there's no affiliate stuff. It's just purely for your benefit and information. So there you go. And if you're watching on catch up, you can pause the video right now and scan that, and off you go, because it's there.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's off the screen. There was also another new synthesizer, another hardware synthesizer announced this week. Let's take a very quick look at what that is.
You know, the UBXA is a dope synth. It sounds beefy, it sounds epic, and it cuts through any mix. But there is one little drawback. You can't exactly just pull one out of your pocket when you want to. Until now, it's the UB1 Micro.
So there you go, UB1 Micro. When I first saw this, I just I did the whole Ryan Reynolds GIF thing. But why? Why would you want something like this? But I'm sure there's a market for it. There are other small synths seem to have done fairly well. And this is, Patrick points out, is a pocket-sized analog synthesizer. That's $59, I think.
$55.
Yeah.
$55, or it's around about 50 quid. I mean,
yeah.
Really? What's not to love about that?
I know, right? It's interesting, to say the least. There it is. It's a tiny little thing with this little touch-sensitive keyboard, small screen, MIDI in control, so you can actually control this from anything else that's MIDI compatible. You got USB there. There's a headphone socket. You've got two soft knobs, shall we call them, A and B, that control various aspects of the synth as displayed on the screen. There's not a vast amount of things to go through here. You can modify the filter and the VCA. There's an arpeggiator. There's oscillator settings in there as well, and some modulation bits and bobs going on. It is a single voice, well, actually it's duophonic. From what I can tell, because it's got two DCOs, so you can actually play those duophonically, which again is, for a synth of this magnitude or not magnitude. What's the opposite of magnitude? Minitude is quite remarkable. We're making up words today, aren't we? We just make up our own words. But it is this very, very compact little thing. I mean, I don't really know why there's 3 photos of it, because that's all there is. It's
One's
tiny.
enough.
Yeah.
Thing is, I've been speaking to people recently, some pals that got in touch and said, look, I want a really cheap synth. I want some hardware. I don't know anything about it. I'm just getting into it. What should I get to play around with? Now, you can also get to the envelopes, tap decay, sustain release, both of those. Get into the filter and all that kind of stuff. So this does pretty much everything you want. But you've got to do a bit of menu diving, which we all grew up with. Lots of menu diving, right? It's 50 quid. I mean, I was going to ask you, Ken, what's the 3396 and 97, the chipset, which was in the Matrix, wasn't it? The 1000 or some such. Are they reliable? Do they have a sound that's good, bad, indifferent as far as you're concerned? What's your take on the chipset?
What, in terms of the old SEMs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're fine. Yeah. I mean, in fairness, the UBXA doesn't sound like an OBX or an OBXA anyway. It just looks like one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, okay, this is... I don't know. No, I'm with Robbie. Why?
Because
I
it's
don't
50
think we're
quid.
the market. I don't think we're
Oh,
the
God,
market.
no, we're not. I mean, I'm definitely not the market, because when I play music, I actually play keys. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's very, very cheap, blah, 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 blah. You can keep it in your pocket, all the rest of it. I mean, it's very difficult to lose a CS80, but that's going to be so easy to lose.
Very difficult to lose the CS80.
And
That may go... But
It's not
Go on.
battery powered either. You have to power it through the USB.
So what's the point in it being that portable?
Exactly.
because you can power it from your phone.
You can.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to get one of these. I'm not going to get one and, put aside all the Behringer, it sounds a bit like the 1000, the Matrix 6 or the 1000. It sounds a bit like those. And it's 50 quid. And there's a lot of people out there, I'm sure, are just going to soak this up for Hardware Jams or for a bit of, just to learn a bit about synthesis. It's not a bad thing. It's really not a bad thing. It doesn't matter whether or not I particularly want to get one, because I'm not. But I think it's a good thing to have in the marketplace. And at that entry level, it's going to be it's going to lure people in who are going to end up spending all of their money for the rest of their lives on synths. So hurrah!
I must admit, I was happy when he actually pulled out of his pocket a bit of hardware. I thought he was going to pull out his phone and talk about the UBX app, because we know how well their software works.
Well, quite.
Cheese on bread. I mean, it is a synth. Okay.
I'm just wondering how they're managing to turn them out at that price. I mean, that's so ridiculously cheap.
Well, 9-year-olds just need their noodle money.
Yes. Anyway.
What? Like it doesn't happen?
No, indeed. It is. I'm sure that there is a market out there. There's certainly people getting excited about it in the chat. I don't know. I mean, if I want to make music on the move, I've got an iOS device, and I've got GarageBand with a whole bunch of synthesizers and instruments in there that are polyphonic. And I can sequence it. I can just do it all in that. Still touch sensitive. Do I need a portable analog synth?
Monophonic synth.
Yeah.
I must admit, I'm not into tiny. No, eat this. I'm not.
I'm going to tell him.
Yeah, well, you can.
There's a market, clearly, otherwise they wouldn't be making it. Whether it lasts, I don't know. But yeah, it's, you can't stiff it, 50, yeah. This time of year, you want to stick something in your loved one's stockings. Stick one of these in, you should be...
Make their legs look weird, but... Yeah.
Nick House said put the Unisound with that and it will sound huge. It's just two oscillators, so you're not going to get a unison. There's not 3 sets of 4 or whatever. It's just 2 oscillators, 1 voice, or perhaps duophonic. So you're not going to get that big sound. But
there's no
it's
mention
50
of
quid.
Native polychaining. So if you wanted to polychain it, you'd have to bring in other things. Not entirely sure. But yeah, Yeah, there's a market for it. We're not the market, and I'm sure they'll sell bucket loads, as they generally
Well, that
do.
price, yeah, absolutely.
I saw the top 10 list of items sold at Thomann this year, and funnily enough, Behringer weren't top, but they did, I think, hold most of the majority of the top 10. But they weren't the top selling synthesizer at Thomann, and of course Thomann are very big.
Do you know what was?
I can find out. I knew you were going to ask me.
Well,
I should have had it ready. But let me see. Talk amongst yourselves. Here we go. Best-selling guitars. I want best-selling guitars. Things with strings on. Top-selling pedals.
you could grow your hair in the meantime, Kent.
You could, yeah. Top
So.
best-selling synths of 2025. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. So that's Behringer, by the way. Let me just put the barcode up in the corner there for those that want to go and investigate the Behringer UB1 pocket synth. It's there. There we go. There's the link. So this was the top top 10 best-selling synths of 2025 at Thomann. Thomann have been used because they are one of the biggest music retailers on the planet, so they should know. There you go. Stylophone S1 Analog was the best-selling synth at Thomann of 2025, followed by the Moog Spectravox, which a lot of people poo-pooed.
Wow.
Yeah. Then it was the Behringer Edge, Pro VS Mini, Pro 800, then the Stylophone Theremin, then the Teenage Engineering PO12 Rhythm, then we're back to the Behringer with the Grind, and then the Roland S1. The Instruo Pocket Scion was number 10. So there you go. Who'd have thought it, that was the best-selling synthesizer at Thomann this year?
Who'd have
Crazy.
thunk it?
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
50 years after it first came out.
I know, right? And then the Spectravox was second. And then, yeah, we had a glut of Behringer items, including one of their mini range, the Pro VS Mini. Was quite a popular thing in there. I know the Pro 800 is supposed to be rather good. Then the Theremin. And then occupying positions 11 to 20. This was also an interesting read. Where I'll just skim past them. Here we go. So they're all here. These are all, from 11, the JT4000 micro. So again, these micro synths clearly do sell. Behringer Model 15, the Behringer Cobalt, the Behringer Poly D, then the Arturia Mini Freak, the Yamaha Reface CP still selling quite
Still
well.
selling. Wow.
Akai's MPC Key 37, the Behringer Syncussion, the Korg Minilog XD, and then the Behringer Selena String Ensemble. I think Behringer can, give themselves a big pat on the back there. They've occupied most of the positions in the top 20 this year. But yeah, who'd have thunk Stylophone? Stylophone being.
I mean, you
top
could look at that
selling
data in two ways, though. You could say, that Behringer are doing all the right things, or it's today's musicians don't have a lot of money.
synth.
Really?
Yeah.
And got to try and get by with what they've got. It's available to them,
Yes.
So,
Anyway, there we go.
Any old town.
So that's the best-selling synth and the Behringer UB1. Right, let's see. Let's do... What should we do? I'm going to do this because I like this. I like the way this looks. And I think I'm going to like the way it sounds. So we talked about this. This was about 2 years ago when this first came on the scene. And it was a prototype and it looked a bit funky, a little bit different. They've spent those last 2 years completely off grid, pretty much. They've not said anything until now. They've now got a production model. It's the Nopia Mark 1.
That's more like it.
There you go. Nopia Mark 1. It's kind of this... It's sample based and it's got a VA engine in there as well now. And it's this... let me just... Oh, here you go. Put the thing on screen. It's kind of like... it's only got 1 octave keyboard, but it does a lot of things based on what you're playing. So it'll create a bass line for you. It'll create some chords for you. It'll create little arpeggios for you. You've got... if you look at the buttons there, see those little RAM buttons, they're kind of like, octave key buttons and stuff. Multi-touch sensitive sensors on there. So there's a little strip that you could strum. There's pitch bend stuff. You got this kind of chord building thing. And it's basically it's what was it? Tonal. Oh, I can't remember what the term was now. Tonal something or other. But it's a very clever little thing, and I think it's one of those things you've really got to get your hands on and play. It comes from Buenos Aires. Now we had Guido on the show from GS Music recently, and there's not many synth manufacturers, but this is another one that's coming out of Argentina, and I'm really looking forward to getting hands on with one of these. I'm hoping they're going to be at Super Booth. What's interesting is you can see there you've got dedicated outputs for each of the tone generating modules. So there's one for keys, one for bass, one for the ARP, and one for the pad, as well as you've got all your MIDI and audio stuff in there as well. I really like this. I just like the look of it. I think it's dead cute, and I think we're seeing more of these kind of chordal inspiration boxes. We saw the one that what's his face did recently. Tame Impala, the guy behind Tame Impala, Kevin someone, he did his little chord thing that Matt Berry demonstrated to great effect. I think this is really cute. Ken, you enthusiastic about this?
Yeah, I actually quite like this.
Yeah?
This is intriguing to me. Obviously, the look for a word, Kent. Horseradish. The horseradish about this is going to be the price.
Ah, yes. Yes. So, there is no price at the moment.
It's free. Yay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I wish.
I mean, it looks lovely. It looks very well built, very nicely built, very nicely designed. It looks like one of those little Love Holton projects, the guy that does those one-off custom reinterpretations. He'll take the guts of a synthesizer and then create this amazing kind of interface. It looks a little bit like that, especially with the pastel colours and the kind of Osmos-like raised keyboard. I think that's quite cute. I just know there is no price and there is no specific release date for this, but they're looking at next year. So it's going to be interesting. Now you can sign up for the newsletter, and when you sign up for the newsletter, you can also sign up for beta testing. So I've done that in the hope that maybe they'll send one over and we can really get into what it's doing. But I think it's a very interesting thing, because the prototype that we originally saw had literally nothing on the back apart from a USB port. Now you've got these independent outs, you've got MIDI, you've got sync, you've got USB, you've got all of the gubbins on there. It looks like a finished thing, and I'm just very much looking forward to playing with it. I think what you hear is one thing. You can probably hear, you're hearing stuff you can get from anything. I think the genius of this is what it generates from your input, which I think is good. Before we do anything else, somebody's shouting at me in the chat room and saying, give me your Discord link, please. Gladly. You can go to prosynthnetwork.com/Discord. Simple as that. Or if you've got a mobile device, you can scan that link there that's in the top corner of the screen. Scan that in. But it's prosynthnetwork.com/Discord. There you go. Anyway, right. So, Andrew, what do you think?
Well, there's been a lot of these kinds of things coming out, but this one I really love. Like you, I started the conversation with them about betaing, and the thing they most wanted to know is whether or not I had a good understanding of harmonic theory, intervals, that kind of thing. And what this does, what this really does is it takes the really good stuff about music theory and turns it into a practical application. So you don't need to know music theory for this to work, but it will do all the different intervals, it will do all the different chord shapes that are linked to a particular harmonic, like C minor or C major, and that will do all the 13th, the 9ths, the diminished fourths, and all those kinds of things. So any of the chords that will work with that, it will deliver to you. So you've got the keyboard there on the left, and then you've got those buttons on the right, as you can see. And this allows you to explore music harmony and music theory, just create some really, really good music. It happens to use music theory and intervals and chord theory and harmonic progressions, but you don't need to know any of that to be able to use this, and it sounds amazing. I love it. I really like this. I really, really like this a lot.
Yeah, I'm hoping that even if don't get involved with the beta testing, that they'll be at Super Booth and we can have a go and test one of these out. That'll be rather nice. But yeah, I kind of like. I mean, I liked it then. I like it even more now, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing this in people's hands.
Shall we take a guess as to what it might cost?
I would say you're probably looking at $799. Would that be? Because I'm thinking if this was a mass-produced thing by one of the big manufacturers, it might be $499. But because they're a small company and this is their first thing, I think the costs might be a little higher. I don't know. I'm going to go $799.
Kent?
K.
1,000, yeah.
Yeah, I think it feels like it's going to end. I think, as you say, Robbie, I think it's going to end up somewhere around about the 700, 800 mark. If it came in cheaper, then great.
I mean, it's got a VA engine in there and the sample engine. Those aren't terribly expensive. You can do that cheaply. I don't know what's running inside in terms of processors. I'm imagining it's going to be something Pi-like. In there, some sort of ARM-based thing. So it's a lot of it's coding, and then of course you've got the manufacturing, which it looks fairly simple. I don't know. They could surprise us. If this was $499, I think this would do incredibly well.
I think it's also going to be about the sound set when it launches and how well it allows you to play. If it's one of those things that when you start playing with it, you don't stop. Then it's going to just fly. It's going to fly, and I think that's what it is.
You've got 4 MIDI outputs, one for each element, so you don't have to use the onboard sounds. This is more about what's going on inside rather than the sounds that it's making. It's more about the theory being. So it outputs as keys, bass, arp, and pad. Right. You can see. I can see this in myriad different situations. So for example, I can see it in the studio, on someone's sofa just tinkering around. I can see this in an eMomma's rig, because you can just spit out the different bits to the different modules that you want it to go to. I think they're onto something here, but we shall see. What do we know?
I mean, when you look at it, it's kind of, I suppose you could call it if Teenage Engineering did an omnichord.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Kinda. I think this will.
It's not Teenage Engineering prices.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I think this will do well also in the EMOM thing, because it looks like it would be a really good controller. The fact you've got 4 MIDI outs and it's using music theory to do all these. It suddenly puts some real musical, harmonically satisfying things within your reach, even if you're not particularly that adept at music theory, which I think that's great.
Yeah,
that's great, and I love the look of it as well.
Yeah, it does. It just looks nice. If you want to go, it's nopia.io, nopia.io, or click the thing there. There you go, or scan it, or do whatever you want. It'll get you into that there. But yeah, good luck to them. Hopefully we'll see that and hear it and get to use it at some point next year. There we go. literally news just in, and I'm going to say, because I love this YouTube channel, I'm going to promote them because I like what they do. This is Controlled Voltage Sound Labs. He has done a series of videos. He's on his episode 21 now, and it's called Behind the Drums. And essentially, he recreates the drum patterns to very famous pop songs, mainly of the kind of the 1980s. And he's just dipped into the very back end of the 1980s with his latest one that is about to premiere in about a minute's time, I think. And it's Soul to Soul, Back to Life. He's recreating that using the Akai MPC 2000. He always tries to use the original hardware. So, as you can see, we've got Phil Collins there, got Stevie Nicks, Run DMC, NXS, Tom Petty, Irene Cara, The Cars, Berlin, and so, and they're just wonderful videos. I'm not going to play them all. I can't play any of them because I'll get a copyright strike. But he's very clever. He's got the actual hardware. He programs it all live. I'd say live. He shows you how to create it all, then plays it back, and it's very satisfying. Being a fan of drum machines, I love that channel. New video there, Soul to Soul, Back to Life, is coming up on there soon. Right.
Wow. Have you looked in the chat?
Sorry, what?
Have you looked in the chat? Green?
Let's have a look. Well, here we go. Oh, bloomin' heck.
Yeah.
Droigon, thank you very much.
Wow.
He's gifted 50 ProSynth. That deserves one of those.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Incredibly generous.
He's probably going there. No, I meant 5.
Too late now. I'll tell you what we've also got in there. That I haven't seen for a few weeks. The Hand of Lenin.
Wow.
Donated $1.99. Thank you very much indeed, Hand of Lenin. I hope you are well. It's good to see you there. And our very good friend Robert of Cherry Audio. Yay. Thank you very much indeed. Merry or Happy Christmas. I think it's Merry Christmas, isn't it? And a Happy
New Year.
That's how it should be done. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I'm not a stickler for that sort of tradition, but thank you, Droigon, for your 50 memberships. I don't know how. I can't remember how those get claimed. Whether they assign.
I've just been awarded one.
Oh, well, there you go.
Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you.
There you go.
Wow.
No, I mean, you don't need to be a member, do you?
No.
But thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Right, let's see. Where should we go now? I know Robert has inspired me again. Robert's been very useful this week because not only has he been demonstrating something that will work with Mercury 8, but he also put me in touch with some guys. So we'll start off with this one first, and then we'll go to the one that it seems to be this week is the week of hardware controllers for software synths. Now we often get these on the show. Let me just pull that off screen. There. We often get these on the show because every now and again a manufacturer thinks it'd be a great idea to build a hardware controller for a software synth. And that is a great idea in many, many ways, except that you're reliant on that software synth not changing drastically or even ceasing development, because then all of a sudden you've got potentially a rather large doorstop. But these guys, I think, might have hit on something quite good. And I like what these guys are doing. So this is their first ever product. It's a company called GLT Audio, and they have come up with this, which is the PM80. And I'll give you one guess as to what you think this this controller controls. Any ideas, anyone? Kent, you're not allowed to answer.
I have no idea.
Timberwolf, yeah. Now, this is, as you can tell, this is a CS80 controller. It's even got the ribbon strip. Look at that down there at the bottom. So this is a dedicated CS80 controller for CS80 type plugins, and it won't just work with one, it will work with a number of them, including Cherry Audio's GX80. It'll also work with Softube's 77, and I'm imagining it'll probably also work with Arturia's CS80V and also Exil's Labs the 80. So it's a tabletop metal enclosure, high quality components, 30 centimeter ribbon controller, silk smooth faders. It's got USB connectivity, MIDI connectivity, sockets for expression pedals, CV and gate as well. And then, this is the genius bit, magnetic overlays, so that you can use this for other instruments. So I'm guessing you upload a template into the firmware within the instrument, or the controller, shall I say, and then you slap on the appropriate magnetic overlays, and then everything is mapped to whatever that might be. It's only going to be $499, which I think is a rather good price, plus fees and shipping, of course. And you can now click on the link right there to join the waitlist. Lots of information here. I had a quick chat with one of the guys behind this via email earlier today, and I said I'd be giving this a look in over here. And I said it's interesting because we've got someone here whose name is synonymous with the CS80, and I wondered what he might think. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a good idea. It is a good idea. I must admit, it's a good idea. If I had one qualm about it, it would be I would have liked the sliders to have a longer throw. Okay. Ideally, because obviously the shorter the slider, the shorter the resolution. So
yes.
However, it's still a good idea, I must admit. So the magnetic overlays make it into a much more useful controller. It's something we had talked about with the Touch Digital one that we did, but in there, it was a different time. So, no, this is good. This is good.
Yeah. I'm always very kind of nervous about dedicated hardware controllers for software synth, just simply because they're reliant on the software synth still existing for some time.
This is true.
Which is why I think $499 is not an awful amount to pay for something like this. It's a lot of money for some people.
I think the fail-safe here is that if you're using a piece of software that much that you want to go and get a controller for
then
it,
this will,
then
this is an excellent investment.
So even if the software, they stop making it, you're still going to keep the software and you're going to still keep using it if you're into it that much, if you're into that particular plugin.
Let me just show you this here. Additional items, magnetic overlay labels for a famous 1977 polysynth, a famous ladder filter monosynth.
Oh, I wonder what that is.
Blank for your own, and more to follow. So there's clearly a plan ahead of this to make this more useful. And I guess should all CS80 style plugins either cease to exist or change in such a way that this doesn't become useful, you can still use it for other things as well. So it
gives it longevity then.
Yeah, absolutely. I honestly, I like playing with this. My favorite CS8 is probably the Arturi one, and then add the GX80, the Cherry Audio one there, because it's got the GX stuff in there as well. I'd be very interested to have a go with this to see this because the CS80 panel on the plugin is, or particularly on the Arturi one, for example, it's because it's very much like the hardware. There's a lot going on, and if you don't really know what you're doing, you could be moving things left, right, and centre and not really achieving much. But to actually have that physically in front of you with things you can grab hold of.
Well, it's actually very useful because when I'm playing the 80, when you're using the ring mod, you control the ring mod as you're using it.
Yeah.
And you change the modulation speed, you change the depths and stuff like that, while you use it to produce different kinds of ring mod curves. So being able to have the controls, because messing around with it, even with a trackpad, you're not going to be able to play 2 or 3 sliders at once, because you can do this kind of motion with them. But the genius bit is they put the ribbon on it. If they hadn't put the ribbon on it, that's made all the difference in the world. And of course, that ribbon, hopefully, will still assign to whatever. Because a ribbon on a Mini is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. So this is like Yeah, it's clever because they've thought ahead. They've dedicated it at the surface on one particular instrument, but it actually has the potential to control lots of other instruments cleanly.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they do make a lot of noise on the website. I'll just bring this up again. Over here, where it says you can control virtual audio mixers. So basically, got 24 levels, 24 pans, 27 faders for effects. You can use it for lots of other VSTs. Of course, the magnetic strips will help you identify all the bits and bobs. Control hardware directly in the doorless setup using the MIDI DIN output, so you can connect to Eurorack.
Yeah.
They even talk about DMX light control and VJing. So this has way more potential than just being a CS80 plug-in control.
to the point where even I'm thinking about getting one.
Well, there you go.
And here's the thing: I'm really loving the whole hardware controller, dedicated hardware controller resurgence now. I know you kind of started it, Kent, and I wish I'd got one of yours. Well, but I wish I'd got your one, to start with. But I think this, together with some others, which I think we're going to be discussing as well, I think this is a really good thing for exactly the reasons Kent says. A CS80. So much of the playing is about articulating the sounds in real time. So the ring mod and the ring rate and the brilliance and the balance between everything, which you're constantly manipulating, which is what Vangelis' sound was. It wasn't the CS80, it was him controlling the CS80.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're doing the lead to the long march, on the certain notes, he would strike the glide. It's not something it's not a preset, it's not something you can move a control and make it do. You did it where you wanted to have that extra pitch initial on a note. So the fact that is there,
and it's got the ribbon controller does it for me. I think this is genius. I'm almost certainly going to get. I can see me getting a bunch of these, and I don't think the software is going to suddenly disappear because it loads onto your system. And it stays there. If for any reason some things disappear for a while, you've still got them on your system, and that's gonna be the case for a good while yet. So I'm not, I don't have any concerns about that, and I just love the idea of having, the thing about software is it's the mouse clicky thing. I like having bunches of knobs and things and sliders. This works for me. I love it. I think it's a really, really good thing.
Absolutely. I know the guys said that they would be watching the show tonight. So if you're watching, hi, congratulations on this.
Well
done. It's something we're very much looking forward to, as I think you've probably heard by now. So Nick's asking in the chat, and I don't know, is the ribbon pressure as well or just X-axis?
That's a great question.
It says 30 centimeter ribbon controller. It doesn't say anything about pressure sensitivity. So I can't see, but there is a PDF document which I'm just going to.
Well, if the guys are watching, perhaps one of them could just jump on and let us know.
We'll ask on your behalf, but we'll try and find out. It doesn't mention it, so it doesn't seem. I would have thought that if it was pressure sensitive, they would have made a thing about that.
Yeah.
But let's be fair. Let's be honest. This is still in development. So what you see here are renders. So it's not fully manufactured yet. But the more people that are interested in this, then hopefully the better. It's also worth pointing out that they've stated they're going to share the source code, which allows for firmware customization by the user. So that's good. So this is quite interesting. Quite like this. Okay, so that's GLT
The support
audio.
department won't have any phones in it then.
Sorry?
The support department won't have any phones in it then.
No, quite. Click the link just there, or visit the link that's in the chat. GLT audio, it's the PM80. We'll look out for that and keep you informed.
Well done, guys.
As and when. So that's a good one. Now, it was very interesting that came along because just after Mercury 8 launched, the Cherry Audio Jupiter 8 synth emulation, Soundforce, who make a lot of these kind of dedicated hardware controllers for software synthesizers, announced that their SFC8 was shipping, and it now also had a map for the Cherry Audio Jupiter 8, or sorry, Mercury 8, and there it is in all of its glory. Now, our very own friend Robert from Cherry Audio has got one of these, and I'm just going to play a snippet of a video that he threw up, I think, just today onto the YouTubes. Let's have a quick look at this.
Hi, this is Robert from Cherry Audio, and I just wanted to give a brief demo of our new Mercury 8 virtual synthesizer alongside Soundforce's SFC8 MIDI controller. SFC8 is a specialized MIDI controller dedicated to Jupiter 8 plugins that helps bridge the gap between the hands-on feel of hardware with the world of software. SFC8 has a very solid build with pots, sliders, and switches that can be easily mapped to a variety of JP8 emulations like Mercury 8, and really takes advantage of some of the software's key features like the layered split and dual modes, the ARP, and up to 5 user settings. The latest SFC8 firmware has been updated for Mercury 8, which you can get from the Soundforce website. The site also includes step-by-step documentation and a web MIDI control panel that configures the controller's MIDI CCs and allows you to save several configurations to match multiple software emulations of the JP8. Soundforce also provides a Mercury 8 preset that has its controls already mapped to Mercury 8. Just load the preset, switch the mappings from preset to global in the MIDI tab, and the assignments will stay resident for all your presets. With the latest update to Mercury 8, we've added a new setting option that enhances the user experience when using this and other MIDI controllers in its multi-layered modes. The new MIDI mapping only affects visible controls option in settings allows users to use the same control and MIDI CC to functions in both layers. When enabled, only the currently displayed layer will respond to adjustments, enabling users to easily switch between layers and independently modify parameters such as cutoff and ADSR with a single set of controls. With the SFC8 upper and lower buttons, it makes editing a layered power patch a breeze. And these same principles apply to other MIDI controllers as well, whether it's a small portable controller with few knobs and pads, or a full-blown Jupiter X synthesizer as controller, for which you'll already find a Mercury 8 preset in the templates folder. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Mercury 8 and SFC8. Check the links in the description for more details, and thanks for watching.
There you go. Thank you very much indeed, Rob. I hope you don't mind that we showed the entire video there. And if we do get a copyright notification, can you just let that one pass through, please? But I think that was a really good demonstration of what this piece of hardware can do. As you see, it supports the Arturia plugin, the Cherry Audio one, even Roland's Cloud one, their boutique JP08, and the Tal J8 as well. So, yeah, thank you, Robert. Where is it? There it is. Copyright strike. I like this, and again, this is only €4.99 as well, €4.99, and to get your hands on, the actual controls and control, that's got to be, it's got to be worth it, hasn't it? I like that.
I mean, we've just seen that for around about £1,200, you can get a Jupiter 8 and a CS80 with the software and the controllers on your desktop. £1,200 gives you both of those.
Yeah.
Gives you both of those, and with real-time control. I mean, I can't think of a better way to spend £1,200.
No.
I really can't. I think it's brilliant.
And these guys don't just do the Jupiter 8 controller. They do. There's a mini mode one, 429. Yeah. There's the Oberheim one. There's a Juno one. There's a Prophet 5 one. And they also do all these additional bits and bobs for Eurorack as well, and Eurorack cases. So yeah, I mean, some great stuff in there.
Don't they do some sort of massive system as well? Voice 64 or something they do, don't they?
The Voice 84, isn't it?
84, yeah. So they do a whole bunch of stuff. These guys are really good guys. They're really interesting. That's all for Eurorack, but they're making some great systems.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robbie, you going to let Jason in?
Oh, blimey. I didn't see him there.
It's been there a while.
Jason.
Yeah, just
Hello.
stoking a pipe. Good evening, everybody.
How are
Happy,
you? You know
happy
what?
Christmas.
Almost, yeah. Good. I thought you were in your dressing gown there, but it's just a
No, it's
lumberjack
just
style
a
shirt.
festive shirt.
It's a lovely festive shirt.
Tom's back.
Tom's. Should we cut to Tom's cam?
Cut to Tom.
Tom
Oh,
Cam.
blimey! Oh!
There he is. Face plant.
He was a little errant on Wednesday because
Yes.
he's still recovering, but he's now allowed out.
Are you talking about me?
And
Bless him.
he is allowed out.
Bless him.
But yeah,
Good. How are you anyway?
I'm all right. Yeah,
Good.
just about sort of caught my breath after the insanity of my last month, 6 weeks at work. So
You finished
yeah,
now for the season.
I have, although I'm back on the 2nd.
Yeah.
So that's still good though. I mean,
Is that
today was
PD
my
day?
last day.
Is that what they call a PD day?
No.
No?
I've got that on the Monday.
Oh, that's on Monday.
They're just opening the school again on
right.
that
Yeah,
day,
'cause-
particularly. It's not bad though. It's at least it's a soft in, and I might take the following, the following Friday off as a soft out.
Indeed.
as they say. But cheers, how's
We'll
everybody?
leave that there. So, what do you think about these controllers?
Well, I'm all about hardware. So
Well,
anything
indeed.
that kind of gets us close to hardware and works, and bear in mind that I've been hardware, software, hardware in my life. I have had no end of experience with, or sort of no end of frustration with hardware. Hardware that controls software, but is done via templates. So having something that's very much designed to work specifically with something makes more sense, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
and for 1,200 quid, I mean, you could put 300 quid with that and buy a drum. Because I was playing an orchestral drum today, which was £1,500, and it didn't look like it would be worth. It looked like it'd be worth 50 quid. But yeah, so that's good money.
I want to try the GLT with this montage because I've been,
Get your BLT.
BLT.
that'll work. A BLT will work.
What's in a BLT?
Well, you got
Bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
tomato. Anyway, again,
Tomato.
one for the Brits.
yeah.
No, I like this. I like the PM80, and I like this SFC as well. God knows where I'd put them, but no, very very useful things, and does seem to be a week of these kind of hardware controllers coming to the fore. But looking forward to playing around. Hopefully, so, the PM80 will be around at some of the shows next year, so we'll be able to get hands on with one of those and see what it's like.
Yes.
Anyway, you mentioned orchestral there, Jason. You've kind of said
I
it
did
very
mention
nicely.
orchestral.
There was
Orchestral
one thing
drums.
that happened this week. I'm just going to throw this out. I've got nothing to put on screen, but Spitfire Audio have updated their BBC Symphony Orchestra package, but they've done it in a very odd way. So what they've done is they've updated the plugin, not the libraries. The actual sound libraries are unaffected whatsoever. But they've updated the plugin to take care of a few things and improve load times and improve transition times and what have you. But it's the way they've done it. They sent out an email, but not everyone got the email. So one of our members in the Facebook group, Torsten, he got the email and posted something about it. And I said, I haven't got an email and I haven't seen anything from Spitfire to say there's no press release, nothing like that. I was like, well, are you sure? Because then he recounted the method to upgrade. Now, Spitfire Audio's application has a function where if there's an update, you just click a button and it does the update within the thing. No. The instruction in this email was to go into Spitfire Audio's app and then repair every section of the library. So you click the repair button. And what the repair button does is it doesn't download all the sounds. It just re-downloads the plugin bits. Yeah. So he had to go and do all of that. And the version number stayed all the same, which was odd. But I managed to, with a bit of digging today, found something on the Spitfire Audio website that confirms that this was an actual thing. It was an update, because I have to admit, and I my hands up to Torsten, I was somewhat dubious that this might have been not a scam so much, but it sounded just a little odd. But it was official. I actually found it on their support page, and it says this is what you do, and you have to hit the repair button. And it was just a very weird way of installing, doing an update. No matter how small, you would have made surely a thing about this. Oh, I don't know. It's just odd. So, outside of that, if you have BBC Symphony Orchestra and you didn't get an email, go into the Spitfire Audio app and then go to your BBC SO section. You'll have the brass, you'll have the woodwind, you'll have the strings. Just click on repair and it downloads a file that's about 140 megabytes for each one. Just let it do its thing. And then you'll notice that when you fire up the plugin, I think it's like 1.16 something, and it's the latest version, and you get those little improvements. And the improvements are actually noticeable, so it's not just a weird thing. But for a company of Spitfire's caliber, that's a weird way of updating stuff. But very odd.
I'm just wondering.
What do you think, Tom? I just want to know what Tom thinks.
Yeah, Tom.
Tom, the floor is yours, Tom.
That's Jackson. Stop it. He's always having to pipe in, isn't he? Jackson, come on.
Jackson's the star, though, isn't he? Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that much swearing, personally.
I know.
Come here, then. Come on. You'll have it. If you want to have your words aired, Jackson, come here.
15 minutes are fine. No.
Come on. It's like Charlie says, isn't it? He is that cat.
Says, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Anyway, that's BBC SO. But there is another orchestral thing that is news that was shareable, and we'll talk about it now. So another one of the great sample library providers for orchestral materials is Orchestral Tools, which I think is a beautifully practical and obvious name for what they do. And Orchestral Tools are based in the wonderful city of Berlin, and they've just announced a new project, and I still can't quite figure out what the name is all about, but it's called FFO-SSO. That's the project. Fossil. So I thought, when I got the email, I thought, oh, look, they're doing this free thing. This is all free. Well, I assumed it was all free. And then, when you go to the webpage, you notice there's a little tab up there that says pricing. You think, okay, maybe there's something going on here. So this is kind of Orchestral Tools' way of doing what Spitfire do with Labs, or what Crow Hill do with their freebie stuff. There's some free stuff and there's some not so free stuff. And FFO-SSO is the brand that they're going with. And you run the application, and let me see if I can bring the application up onto the screen. Oh no, what am I doing there? Here we go. So let's bring us all back here, and I'll remove that, and I'll do that, and I'll add this. It's like I'm doing a recipe here with Delia. There we go. Right. Now let's see if I can show that on the screen. So there you go. There's the app. And the app contains a whole bunch of libraries. You can scroll through. You can see the ones that have got a little purple tick, the ones I've downloaded, and you get about 12 to 16 patches per library. Then you'll notice that there are some here that are marked as Pro, and these are the ones that you get under the Pro plan, which is €10 a month. So you can either have a free plan and just take the normal stuff, the free stuff, or you can do €10 a month and get these extra libraries. And as you see, there's something for everyone. I mean, there's all sorts of things going on in here. In fact, I think I might even have a promotional video, which would save me talking a little bit about it. Here we go. So this is a tool clearly to get people into the orchestral tools ecosystem, which is a very good ecosystem, by the way. They are incredibly good instruments, but it's another kind of freebie thing that has been developed to kind of get you in there and
to lure you in. Come and see my goodies.
Yes. But anyway, any thoughts on this? Anyone?
There's some nice free sounds there.
Yeah.
There are some really good free sounds, and if that's all you use them for and you don't want to spend €10 a month, fine. But check out the library, because there's some extraordinary stuff there. If you're thinking of already doing any kind of music for video, film, whatever, sound design, there's some really good stuff here for $10 a month. It's worth every penny. I like what they do.
Yeah. It's all right, bring this up here. So yeah, you can. What I like about this is kind of the navigation part of this. So you can just go to the whole collection and just go through. And there's obviously quite a lot to start with, but then you can filter out by sound type. So if you just want sequenced and arpeggiated sounds, there you go. If you just want string sounds and sequence arpeggio, you can turn it on and off to your heart's content. You can check out what you've downloaded. You can create projects, which is collections of instruments. You can even do this whole kind of routing thing in here as well, which I haven't fully explored. But it seems quite an interesting package. Ken, what do you think?
I like making sounds. I like recording sounds. I like, sampling and stuff like that. But I hate renting. I don't like renting. Look, as you have, and well, a lot of people have undoubtedly found out over the last couple of weeks that I'm finding libraries that I bought that I didn't know I owned. Now, that's a one-off payment, so it doesn't hurt so much. But if I'd been renting it for 3 years and then find that I've got it, you know what I mean? It's like, so when you get to having as many libraries as I have, and then keep forgetting to document it, idiot. Renting is not good. I've got enough stuff coming out of my bank account every month as it bleeding is. So, yeah, I just renting just makes me no. I don't do subscription. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But their stuff is brilliant. I mean, I've got lots of their libraries.
Yeah,
but
it's very
libraries I
good
bought
stuff.
and got.
I never heard of them until about 2 years ago. And then I got invited to one of their things at Superbooth. I'm like, oh yes, I'll happily take the free beer and canapes.
Yeah.
I
think they've been about 4 years or so.
I know, and I bumped into their market. I think he's a head of marketing, and he's a British guy. He's a really cool dude.
Yeah.
And so he happily told me everything about them. And then I spoke to Ty, and Ty said, "Oh God, yeah, I use them all the time."
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, for the professional composer, it works because you pay your money.
Yeah.
And you download when you need to use the things, and bang, 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 and you're making money from doing that, And plus you can claim back on your bloody tax with it and everything else. For the us menial lowlifes, it's not something I would recommend.
There's quite a lot of strong comments. Strong opinions in the comments about exactly that. Ken, excuse me.
Yeah, this is why I don't have Roland Cloud. I don't. I know you get free instruments out of it every now and again, but it's just the whole tying down money every month, which and then go, oh, I didn't use it this month. That's what wasted. I didn't use a Roland Cloud synth in a track this week.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I've got enough pressure as it is.
Yeah, sure.
So that's what you get free compared to Pro. Pro is €13 a month if you pay monthly, but it works out at €10 a month if you pay annually. With the free one, you get 10 instruments with over 100 pre-mapped multi-sample presets, 14 integrated DSP sampler and synth devices, and over more than 5 versatile sound engines, including sequencer, chord, and layer engines. And you get all of that plus a whole bunch more, as you would expect with the paid package. But no, it's I don't know. I mean, I've downloaded the free one and I'll mess around with it, but yeah, I'm not going to lose any sleep over this. Mr. Flux Pierce in the chat says, I missed it. Can someone pronounce the company name for me? I think the answer to that is no.
Fossil.
Fossil.
It's probably an acronym for something. But
Yeah, I think it is.
Finkel, I don't know. I don't know what it means.
I'll drop my friend at Orchestral Tools an email
I
and try and find that.
He probably goes,
When it was doing the promo video, it looked like it was Fossoff.
Yeah,
Because I think it was just circling the logo around, which it put the beginning at the end of the end, making it look like it ended in double F, which I think that's a nice thing they should think of. Fossoff. It's freemium.
Freemium.
Yeah, that does.
But it requires an active internet connection. So even if that could be a deal breaker, couldn't it?
Mm.
So you've got your monthly subscription, but you have to have an internet connection to use it.
Yeah. This is interesting. This modular
isn't
bit.
it?
Usage monitoring anyone?
Sorry?
Usage monitoring anyone?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? They've also got a Discord community, so you can go and ask them there. But yeah. It's, any other thoughts
Definitely worth
on
dipping your
this?
toe in for free, though, isn't it?
Sorry?
Absolutely. Definitely worth dipping your toe in for free.
Yeah, just to test it out. Yeah.
Like labs, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I literally got the email for this afternoon and only downloaded the stuff just before we came on air, so I haven't had a chance to play around with it. But I know that it's going to be good because it's Orchestral Tools. Yeah. So.
Oh, they do really great stuff. I mean, I got the Berlin strings, Berlin brass.
The Berlin stuff is amazing.
It's beautiful. It's not cheap, but my God, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Really, really sweet gear.
Very nice. Anyway, there we go. Any other comments before we move on?
Yeah, Marky says he's not happy about not seeing them. This guy's just been out.
Oh,
this one. Look at the size of him.
Look at the size of that.
You smell like a fish tank.
He's got more hair than me.
Kojak's got more hair than you.
Yeah, I know.
And there's a whole bunch of kids in the chat and going, who's Kojak?
That's all right for you, Marky.
So a couple of people in the chat have said, is it only for Mac? And that's just because Rob is viewing it on a Mac. I'm viewing it on Windows. So it auto-detects and it will just download what you need. So works across those two systems.
So there you go. FFO, SSO, or FOSO.
What are you trying to print now from the keyboard?
Anyway, there we go. That's that. Let's just recognise some people from the chat. Matt, thank you very much for your donation. $2.98 because it showed $2.98. And Merry Christmas to you and your lovely family as well.
Yeah.
Now we've answered that question. Can you demo the Pro before committing? No, I don't think you can. An active internet, yeah, we got that. Welcome, Monmouth115. You are a YouTube member. I don't know whether that was one of the ones that you picked up from that extra specially generous donation of 50 YouTube channel memberships from Droigon. But yeah, it's just amazing. So thank you for that.
Big.
And Robert did have a comment. I missed it completely. Talking about the interfaces there that we were speaking about, make it a much better user experience. So there you go. Excellent. Right. Are we doing... somebody's asking if you're doing a pub after this, Kent?
Oh, I could do. Not a bad idea. It's actually quite warm in here because I've had the CS80. It's been on most of the day, and that warms the room up a treat.
Yes, indeed.
So, yeah, I might just do that.
There you go.
Why not?
I might even join you because I've got nobody in the house at the moment. I
there
don't
you
want
go.
time my wife's back from her Christmas party, so... And I'm not allowed to watch any of our TV programmes until she's back, which is very frustrating.
Yeah, I know.
Are you picking her up later?
No. No, she's... no, don't do that. No, she gets her own, makes her own way there and back. No, she's getting a lift. So last year, she had a bit...
I remember that.
Yeah.
I think we were doing a pub when she came in.
It wasn't pretty.
No, it wasn't.
Pretty. So she's promised not to do it this year. I said, do what you like, dear, but I'm not holding your hair out. So I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Swimming cap.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I like that. I like your thinking. I think we've actually burned through all the news, and we've got about 15 minutes left. So let me just double check that we have covered everything we were going to cover. I think we have, but in the interests of a full coverage, let me just remind you all that the ProSynth Network's Synth Southwest tickets are now available to buy. In case you missed it at the beginning of the show, for you stragglers that have rocked up late, I'm not mentioning any names, Jason Jones, you can now buy these tickets to our very first live event, which is taking place in the wonderful seaside town in Devon called Dawlish. It's right by the sea, it's right by the trains, as you can see there, and tickets are available now, so you can go to synthsouthwest.com, or you can go to prosynthnetwork.com, and links will take you to those places. But it's happening Saturday the 21st of March, and the tickets are, as you see on the screen there, they're £10 each. £10 for the day event and £10 for the evening event, or if you want to come and do the whole thing, we'll knock £2 off for you. There is also an option there to donate to the Shaftesbury Theatre's Theatre Restoration Fund, which if you want to do that would be fantastic. And also the proceeds, if we make any money from this, then we're splitting the proceeds between the Shaftesbury Theatre, the Alan R. Perlman Foundation, and the Bob Moog Foundation. So if we make some money, hopefully we will, we'll be doing that. During the day event, we've got a whole bunch of people showing up. I want to mention some names, but we'll wait until next year to make the sort of official announcements of who is turning up. But we've got developers, we've got manufacturers, big and small. There'll be hopefully some music throughout the day. If you've been to Synth East in Norwich, we're not trying to copy what they're doing, but we're just it works so well. It works so well to have the kind of music going in the background when people are walking around. We won't be having
a
things
jamming
like patch offs.
Is there like a hardware jam area?
There's going to be a small stage where people can set up and play, but we're not entirely sure.
So I would probably suggest you try and get people to move away from their computers and go doorless in Dawlish.
There you go. Copyright that. Absolutely. And then in the evening, we've got the theatre across the road, and we've got 4 acts lined up. Not going to say who they are at the moment, but they are rather special people, especially within our community as well, but also outside of the community. We've got some very interesting names, and it all kind of fell into place today, of all days. Nice. We'll be announcing the lineup once we've established who needs to be top of the bill. We might have to massage some egos. That'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting day. So 21st of March in Dawlish. Please go and buy your tickets. I think Steve has put the links in there. Marky was asking, is there any news on Synthfest Sheffield next year? And the short answer is no. But when I spoke to the organisers at Bristronica, they were there, Sound on Sound. They, I think, are hoping to bring it back, but it won't be in October as it was in previous years, because that was clashing with Bristronica, and that's one of the reasons why it didn't happen this year. So I'm thinking, but don't quote me on this, that it might be happening a little earlier in the year. But that's all I know. So check out Sound on Sound for announcements about that. But as soon as we know, we'll obviously tell you, because we'll be there as well. But I can tell you that Synthesized, which is an event that happens in Cambridge at the Centre for Computing History, is back in 2026. It took a year off last year, and they are now keen to do it all over again, and the organisers have been in touch, and we will be there. We'll have some sort of presence there, along with a bunch of others. It's a wonderful thing. It's like in this lovely little museum that's just full of geeky technology, from the earliest computers to the most recent computers, video games, arcade cabinets, and lots of musical instruments as well, particularly those that are associated with computers. So there's lots of nerdery and geekery going on there. So
Nerdery.
Indeed, we'll be there. We don't know what we're taking. It's only just kind of come onto our schedule, but we'll be there with something. So please do come along to that, and we'll let you know about tickets as and when. Matt Evans says, Synth Southwest, let's get PSN together. So many people I'd like to say hi to. Absolutely, please do come down. I know it's kind of out of the way, but the reason we're doing it in Dawlish is because it's an underserved area. We thought, well, why not? And Peter lives that way, so it makes it easy. And he knows people. He's part of the Dawlish mafia. So, yeah.
Doobs, you have to come. We'll have to go together, Doobs. Bring me.
But yeah, it should be good. And we've got people flying in from outside of the country. I know that for a fact. So there we go. How we doing? We've got about 10 minutes to go. Was there anything else that we needed to recap on? Oh yeah, don't forget our freebies. We've got a brand new freebie in the Patreon and YouTube channel members, and there are 50 new channel members that can avail themselves of a brand new preset pack from our very own Andrew Longhurst, who has curated. I was going to say, I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, he's curated a bunch of sounds for Mercury 8. And so they are there, and all you got to do is be a Patreon subscriber or a YouTube channel member, download the zip file, drag and drop the zip file onto the Mercury 8 interface, and they automatically install, and you can then select them in the browser from therein. So a bunch of good stuff in there. Thank you very much for those, Andrew. Much appreciated.
Welcome.
As I also said, we've all gone. There we are. As I said at the top of the show, there is no show next week because that is the 26th. It is Boxing Day. And I need a rest. If I'm honest, that's the main driver. I've had a pretty hectic few months, not just with this, but with lots of other things. And I just think, come down tools time on Wednesday next week. That's it for a week. I'm just going to take a week off. So I anticipate that we will be back on air on January the 2nd because we'll have got over our hangovers, hopefully, by then. And what I'm hoping that we can do on January 2nd is we can do our annual awards. Because, again, I've been distracted. I forgot all about it, and it was just too late to rush anything together. So if I can ask all of you guys, and I'll ask Scott as well, to think about your favourite hardware synthesizers, software synthesizers, and what's the other category we do? Musical production tools, which basically covers everything else that isn't a hardware or software synthesizer. So it could be an effects plugin, or it could be a pedal, or it could be, dare I say, a piece of Eurorack. Maybe we should have a Eurorack category this year. I don't know. I'll let you know, but have a think about it, guys. And what we generally do for that is that we'll think of, we'll whittle it down to 5 each, and then we have a discussion, and we say, well, my top 5 is blah, 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 and Andrew will say his top 5 is, blah, blah, blah. And if we agree on stuff, then we'll say, okay, well, that one's going on the final list, and we sort it out, and we get input from the audience as well, and then we come up with what is our winner, and then we send our winner a virtual trophy, which they can display on their websites or delete, whatever they want to do with it.
It's going to be tough this year, isn't it?
It is. There's been some very good stuff.
Yeah.
For example, I was thinking today, I hadn't heard from them for a little while, Frap Tools. They are gearing up to ship their wonderful, delightful, gorgeous Magnolia synth, which I fell in love with this year and am desperate to own one, but it's not going to be cheap. But apparently they are literally weeks away from saying shipping. So I think that one was one of my favourite hardware synthesizers of 2025. Yeah, I thought the Teenage Engineering Rhythm was a very cool little thing this year as well. I loved that. And Osmo 61. Some good stuff to take into account. Anyway, have a think. And that includes you in the audience. Have a think. What you like and what you didn't like, and maybe we can discuss that on January the 2nd as we ease ourselves into the new year. What's this here? I've got to say thank you to Jason and Scott for joining the team. This is very true.
Oh,
yes,
that is
absolutely.
true.
Yes,
Nice guys.
I think that was a masterstroke on my behalf. I'll take all the credit for that.
Scott's out of his
Notwithstanding
birthday, isn't
that every time I see Jason, he's like, if you ever need anybody to come on the show, if you ever need, honestly, you just give me a call. I'll be there. So I took him up on it, and he delivered. By the way, Jason, I've still got your big red knob.
Thank you. That's good. I'll give it a good firm grasp.
I've cleaned it up as well. I got rid of all the gunk around the edges.
Are you trying to say my big red knob was dirty?
It was a dirty big red knob.
He's polished Jason's big red knob.
Indeed.
Okay.
And we'll leave it there.
I do feel queer.
Must be a Friday.
What's this one? Think there'll be any blockbusters at NAMM? Yeah.
Isn't it
Is
my
all I can
cues?
say. Virus TI3, no. But I think there will be some blockbuster stuff at NAMM. In fact, I know there will.
You
But,
think?
yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be some synthesizers.
There'll definitely be.
No.
Interesting that Sonic State aren't going this year because it's expensive, because of visas, because of all sorts of things. That's going to be a bit of a.
Yes,
I know they're going to do some stuff, but yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah,
Sign of
it
the
is a
times, isn't
shame.
it?
Yeah.
It is a sign of the times, I guess. I think the thing is though that because of Super Booth, why bother?
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, for the synthesizer stuff.
Yeah.
If you're doing other content, maybe guitars, recording gear,
Drums,
maybe it's more
yeah.
relevant. And certainly
Yeah.
if you're doing trombone stuff,
Yeah.
it's all featured, isn't it?
The more I go to Super, I've never been to NAMM, and I've always wanted to go, and I still kind of, there's a bit of me that still wants to do it.
It's brutal.
Super Booth is such a wonderful experience because a lot of it's outdoors, which makes it great. The weather's generally, touch wood, excellent. I can't imagine being in the convention centre for 2 or 3 days in what was last year quite extreme heat.
Yeah, it's exhausting. Well, I mean, inside it's stupidly air-conned, but my experience was in 2020 for Toman, and we had a little area where we could go and sit. If you don't have that, you're out and you're on for the entire thing, and it's enormous.
Yeah.
So you're kind of wandering around, and even when you go outside, there's like a live stage. There's just noise everywhere. So there's that side of things. Whereas Super Booth, there's chill zones where you can just take the weight off, stop. Even if you can hear music, but it's just much more accommodating for when you need, a little bit of break.
Tell us more, Mr. Flux. There we go. Shall I put it up?
Actually, I met Ken in a hotel room. at NAMM. Isn't that right, Ken?
Easy.
Yeah. But they are. I mean, NAMM is a music industry event. Super Booth is a consumer focused synthesizer event. They are very, very kind of different things.
Do we have anyone in our rather wonderful PSN audience that will be there that might be able to do some streaming for us or filming for us whilst they're there?
I don't know if Andy
might be, wouldn't he?
Yeah, because he's done that before. Carpet cam and all that.
Yep.
So we might be able to
Mike?
get something. Yeah.
Metley,
although Metley's generally busy somewhere with something.
Yeah.
Whether they like it or not. He's normally interfering with something or someone. Bless him.
He's the interferer.
He's the interferer. Yeah. So anyway, so lots of good things are coming up in 2026 in terms of shows and that. It's a lot of good fun, and we hope to see you at as many of them as we possibly can.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, there you go. Look, he's confirmed in the chat. There you go. Committed. Yes, I will.
There you go.
Thank you,
we'll
Andy.
have something there. Yes, and as Ken says, at least at Super Booth, the food outside is better. It is.
Oh.
And there's plenty of bars and all sorts and
Bratwurst.
Yeah, it's just a much better vibe. I always look forward to it. I hate wishing time away, but I really genuinely cannot wait until May to do that. It's my little personal holiday away. Buffet crampon. Yeah, I mustn't forget buffet crampon. Anyway, I think we might as well wrap this up now because we're getting close to the top of the hour, and we've got to wish everyone a happy Christmas. You guys, anyone doing anything special over Christmas, or are you just staying at home chilling with the fam?
Family,
Yeah,
carting the kids up to North Wales to spend time with mum and sister, driving back down, and being generally free. So I'm probably going to stream on Boxing Day.
okay, well, there you go. So for those people that are bereft,
off the keyboard, Tom. Oh, for goodness sake!
I did say at the top of the show that what I might do is do a supercut of all of the Synthspirations and put that out on Boxing Day.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Nice.
Which will just keep the slot filled, shall we say?
Yeah.
So yeah. Ooh, yeah. Stop it, Kent. Honestly, sniggering. I heard you.
I wasn't.
Yes, you were. Hey.
Thomas.
Indeed.
Do we him in Quibod?
Bless. So yeah, we're all staying at home with the family. Yeah.
Nice.
We've planned. There's a big hill near us. We're going to on Christmas Day. Drive up to the top of the hill, get out, set up a picnic table, even if it's chucking down with rain. Set up a picnic table and open a bottle of champagne and just do. It's just something silly to do on Christmas Day, and then come back with a cold, no doubt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always try desperately not to get anything before. I had a cold at Christmas a few years ago, and it was horrible. You know, you can't enjoy any of it if you're bunged up to the nines and sneezing everywhere. So yeah, hopefully
We mostly get something over Christmas, but so far, fingers crossed. Touch
Well, we
wood.
don't go and do Christmas shopping anymore. It's all done online, so it's not like I mix in public that much. So it's whatever. Anyway, good stuff. Kent, you might be doing a pub after this. If not, maybe something over the weekend.
Yeah, I'll do a pub after this.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Stuff.
I do not want to watch any of Fiona's awful programs.
Well, I can't watch
Kind of
any
with
Mars.
you. Kind of with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing a lot of Gran Turismo, I think, over this Christmas period.
I think
All
I'm
the
going
new
to be the
tracks and
same.
stuff. Sorry?
I'm going to be the same. I'm going to be
Yeah.
the same.
Load up the updates and get in
Yeah.
there, and
I'll dig out the steering wheel and the pedals and that,
Yeah,
and I'll kick your ass.
you think?
A little bit this way so I can see the screen. Thank you, Tom.
Anyway, listen, to all of our lovely viewers,
Yeah.
have a fantastic Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever it is that you celebrate at this time of year or not.
holidays.
Just have a nice week or two, because we're not going to be back until January 2nd. But do subscribe to the channel just in case I do decide to put something out randomly. Please do come along. Oh, thank you so much indeed for that donation, Marky.
Hey.
Merry Christmas, you Cynthia animals. 20 quid. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Greatly appreciated. So we'll be back on January 2nd, all being well, and we can recount tales of what Santa left in our stockings when he was emptying his sack. And
Stop it, Ken. Stop it. Stop it.
But listen, have a fantastic holiday break, whatever it is
Holiday
you want to
season.
call it. Enjoy it. Drink as much as you possibly can. Eat as much as you possibly can. And we will be back in the same time, same place in 2 weeks' time, thoroughly overeaten and over medicated and what have you.
Indigestion, hungover, all the usual stuff.
Indeed.
Brilliant.
And on that note, take great care, everyone. We will see you in a couple of weeks' time. Have a great Christmas.
Merry
See you soon.
Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Take care.
Ho, ho, ho.